All right, what's good? Hope everybody had a great day. This live stream right here is gonna be just my little perspective on this whole new currency system. I don't really know how to say that word right there, but it's like NESARA or something like that. Um, I'm gonna basically give my point of view on this particular subject, and I'm gonna speak on my pros and I'm gonna speak on my cons, and I'm gonna put it like that, because some people believe that we got to go back to gold and natural resources, minerals, maybe wheat, different commodities that come from the earth, things of that nature, and that's a nice idea. And then some people believe that we're gonna have to move to a digital currency system uh, through the quantum, financial system with with the cryptocurrency and the blockchain and the stuff of that nature. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. So first, I'm gonna talk about the gold and the natural resources and the minerals and the things of this nature. Now, to me, in my personal opinion, we did that before and we got robbed. Did we not? You see what I'm saying? We did that before. That's old. That's old news. You see what I'm saying? That was in the past. Now, one thing I say is gold is always going to be valuable. Minerals is always going to be valuable. You see what I'm saying? These different things is always going to be, um, these type of things are always going to be valuable. You see? So, I mean, I see where people are going with that. But another thing I say about the whole gold thing is what happens when you got particular individuals that's trying to do big transactions. You see what I'm saying? You might be trying to buy a piece of land, or you might be trying to buy whatever, something that's gonna cost a lot of gold. You see what I'm saying? And another thing, where do you keep all your gold? What happens if you are super rich and you got a whole lot of gold? Where are you gonna put it at? You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep all this physical stuff and you got to guard that yourself. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you almost got to recruit an army or something of that nature just to protect your assets. And you can easily be robbed. You see the one thing about gold, silver, diamonds, cattle, sheep, you know what I'm saying? Goats, whatever the fuck you got. One thing you gotta understand is there's gonna be some people out there that's not as wealthy as you are, that's not as fortunate as you are, that's gonna probably be trying to steal your shit. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta worry about some thieves coming in the midst of the night and stealing your livestock, stealing your cattle. You see what I'm saying? Stealing your horses, stealing your goats, stealing or they can burn down your wheat. A motherfucker that's jealous of you can burn down your whole entire crop. You see what I'm saying? And this is something that these jealous people that's on this plane will do. You see, I guarantee you these folks is already plotting and planning and figuring out how they gonna steal this gold. If that's what happens. If we get gold, because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. There's gonna be a group of people out there that's not gonna be getting shit. That's been trying to fight and trying to steal from, the original people this entire time. And they know who they are. And they know what they was doing. And they know what they trying to do. You see what I'm saying? They literally tried to steal this land right up from underneath the person that it belongs to. They literally tried to do that shit, y'all. Literally. You see what I'm saying? So what's stopping these same people? Say, for instance, you got 1,000 pounds of gold and you got that shit somewhere hidden. All it takes is for somebody to find out where you got that shit and they're going to take it all from you. They're going to come with a small army, a whole bunch of bandits, a group of bandits. They're going to come and they're gonna take all your shit. This is what they did to us in the past. Yeah, we had to fight people that was rustling cattle and, you know what I'm saying, stealing, robbing trains that's full of gold and stuff like that. Now you would say we got airplanes and we got helicopters and we got shit like that nowadays. Niggas ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, travel on the ground. And that's true. That's very, very true. That is very, 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 very true. You see, so I'm not totally against the gold. I'm not totally against the commodities and things of this nature. It's just me personally. I don't want to have to deal with, you know what I'm saying, with all that. I don't want to have to deal with holding and trying to protect that and trying to figure out how to move it and all this different stuff, because that shit heavy, man. You see what I'm saying? That shit heavy. Like, that's some hard work. Even if you fly on a plane, other niggas got planes too. They could shoot your plane down. It's gold. It ain't gonna tear up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna break. They can shoot your plane down. You gonna hit the ground. Next thing you know, they gonna go and while all y'all motherfuckers dead in there, they gonna take your shit. You see what I'm saying? That's very possible. That's very, very possible. And with the way these particular beings is on this planet, that's all they good for is stealing, family. I'm telling you. If that's what it was gonna go to, I'm telling you, these folks is probably already sitting around plotting and planning and trying to figure out how they gonna take it from people and how they gonna do this and how they gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it. Now, another thing on that, if you're talking about minerals and you're talking about things of this nature, so you telling me that we still gonna be plowing the land? We still gonna be cutting down all the trees? We still gonna be, growing more crops and just fucking up the soil, doing all this, the same shit we've been doing? You see, this is the reason why I don't agree with using stuff like that for monetary purposes, because people get greedy. Next thing you know, they tearing up all kinds of land, fucking up the soil, making the land and like we can't grow shit. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers growing all kinds of stuff on they property and shit, and every time you grow something, you make the soil get a little bit more loose. You see what I'm saying? The more and more you grow stuff, the looser and looser the soil gets. So if you got 100 acres and you growing thousands of pounds of wheat, all year round, you constantly plowing that land. Eventually, that land that you got is going to become unfertile. And then you're going to move to another spot and do the same thing. Then that's going to become unfertile. Then you're going to move to another spot and you're going to do the same thing. And then that's going to become unfertile. Next thing you know, you got a whole planet full of red clay and no damn dirt to grow the food. I say use natural resources for things like, simple things like building. You see what I'm saying? Like building. You can use gold to build. You see what I'm saying? I don't think we should use resources for money. I just don't. You see what I'm saying? That's how we got where we are now. People constantly pulling all this oil out the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit that they constantly doing. Now they might say, we'll never run out of oil. We'll never run out of gold. And that's probably true. That's probably true. I believe that it probably is, but still, like, why not use that for something else? Matter of fact, why do we even have, all this monetary stuff anyways? Why can't we all just work together? You see what I'm saying? We don't even need money. You see, I'm telling y'all, man, whether you believe it or not, no matter how it goes, if you got physical money, it's going to turn out to be the same way it is now. I guarantee you. Because you're going to have a group of people that's going to figure out a way to start collecting all the gold. They're going to figure some shit out. And they're going to start collecting all the gold and hoarding it. They're not going to be spending it. They're going to be just keeping it, stacking it and stacking it and stacking it. And eventually these people going to have all the gold in the world and motherfuckers going to be near to poverty. You see what I'm saying? And then that's when they going to start doing the same stuff that they've been doing. Well, look, I got a whole bunch of gold. So look, all you got to do is come mine this for me. And I'm going to pay you X amount of money a day. You see what I'm saying? Now people got families and shit. They going to go run to this person that got all this gold trying to get paid, and they're gonna be paying them chump change just enough to get by. The same thing that happened before will happen again unless we move to something different. You can't go back in time, family. We did that shit before. It's time for something new. You see what I'm saying? Like, we did that before. They came, they took all the gold, they put that stuff up, and then they gave us, the dollar bills. You see, and people was ready to get rid of that gold. They like, man, shit, I'm happy we got something light. I ain't got to carry 5 pounds of gold around. You see what I'm saying? Come on, think about that, man. You sitting here walking around with a big-ass bag of gold all day long, every single day. That's how motherfuckers like Robin Hood came around. You got all this gold, all this silver. You can't keep your eye on that all the time. You gonna get robbed. I'm telling you, you are going to get robbed. There's somebody out there that's plotting on taking your shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about that, you see. So my number one point is, it's too easy to steal. It's too easy to, and I'm talking about forcefully steal that shit. They can run up in your damn, wherever you live, with 100 motherfuckers and just steal everything. Burn your house down, take everything from you, kill your whole entire family and take everything. It's people that's heartless like that. They will do that. You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit that's going on as far as with, and think about this. If you really want to get down to it, what about the motherfuckers that's in the hood that's selling weed or selling cocaine or selling meth or selling these different drugs? Wouldn't you say that drugs is like monetary value? Wouldn't you say that crack cocaine is like walking around with gold? Like, you see what I'm saying? You selling crack, that's the same thing. Wouldn't somebody trade their damn house for some crack? You see what I'm saying? Wouldn't somebody trade their damn wedding ring for some crack? Wouldn't somebody do some shit that's degrading to get a couple of ounces of weed? You see what I'm saying? So and people would do that same thing for money. A motherfucker would do something way degrading for some money. A motherfucker would kill somebody for some money. They'd do all kinds of shit for money. So when you say that crack might be the same thing as gold on the street, and what niggas do all the time, they hit licks, they rob motherfuckers. It's gonna be the same shit happening. I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? Gold will be the new crack. You'll have people fighting over territory. When they find gold, you'll have people fighting over that land. It's gold over here. This is our land. You're not welcome over here. The same things that's going on now would be the same thing that'll happen all over again. You know what they say? History repeats itself if you allow it. History repeats itself if you allow it. What I honestly think, before I even move on to the cryptocurrency, I feel like people need to just wing themselves off of being so pulled by money anyways. Maybe everybody should just forget about money, because what is money for? Materials. Shouldn't nobody really say that, oh, this land is mine. So you don't need gold to buy land. What you need gold for? To buy materials? To buy houses? To buy cars? To make yourself feel like you better than this person because you got this much gold, so I'm gonna go buy this and this and this and this and that. I'm gonna go buy me a whole mansion. I'm gonna start this and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the man with the gold. People gonna have to come to me. For power? Is that why? For power? I look at gold as a resource to build. I don't look at it as something that I need to live. You see what I'm saying? I look at silver as a resource to make jewelry and shit like that. I don't look at it as something that I need to live. Especially when everything that I need to live is here for free. What the hell do I need gold for? You see what I'm saying? What the hell do I need silver for? What the hell do I need copper for? What do I need this for? What am I buying with this? Materials? Power? Is that what you buying? You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta see it how it is. Animals live perfect and they ain't got no money. You see what I'm saying? How come we can't live like them? Why can't we just live like them? You know why we can't live like them? Because these particular individuals, boy, they got to have something to have one up on you. They gotta have something to have one up on you. Because if you got a whole shit ton of gold, motherfuckers gonna listen to what the hell you got to say. They gonna do what you got to say. You see what I'm saying? Having gold is like having a Bible. It's a weapon. Money is a weapon, family. Don't that shit control people? You see what I'm saying? You could be somebody they ain't never did nothing bad in their life, and they could be going through hard times. Somebody come up to them and say, "Look, check it out, young blood. You go to that house right there for me, run up in there, and I want you to go to the back. You gonna see a motherfucking fish tank back there. And when you go back there, I want you to take those packages that you see in there, and I want you to bring it to me, and I'm gonna pay you." Next thing you know, this person try to go do this shit and end up getting locked up for breaking in somebody's house. They ain't even gotta say what they was going to do. You just got caught for breaking, or you might get killed. You might get blown down trying to break in somebody's house. Somebody in there with a big ass 12 gauge blow your damn head off. Now you on the ground dead because you was going through hard times and somebody came to you and said they was gonna give you this money. You see what I'm saying? You thinking that you need that to make your life better, when your life could be perfect. They just got us brainwashed because they got these rappers and all these people running around with this money. You see what I'm saying? Making themselves making it look like it's all that, when it really is not. You see, I just feel like there's a way around all this without using none of that. You see what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a way around it. I feel like there's a way that we all can exist here without there being no such thing of money. You just have all the knowledge you need to live your life. You see what I'm saying? You have all the knowledge and wisdom you need to live your life. Now then, let's say this. We get to talking about houses. People say, well, then how people that don't know how to build houses, how they gonna get a house? You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna build a house for them for free. And you're right. You're right. But nowadays, we got technology where we can 3D print a house. 2 days, a whole house is built from ground up. We got technology nowadays. How people talk about motherfuckers building the pyramids and shit. What if that's how the pyramids was built? What if they 3D printed that shit? What if they had some type of technology that can 3D print the materials that created the pyramids? That can synthesize, you know what I'm saying, rocks, or synthesize whatever it is they use to build those pyramids. With that being said, you don't need no money. You see what I'm saying? You can build whole neighborhoods in a couple of months. You see, like, these are the things that nobody's looking at. Nobody's trying to find a way to do it to where we don't have to rely on money, because either way it goes, with the physical money or the cryptocurrency, the shit can still end up the same way. Either way it goes. Either way it goes. It don't matter. It don't matter which route we take. The same shit could happen eventually. Somebody's gonna figure out a way to exploit that system. Somebody. And when they figure that shit out, best believe they gonna exploit it without a second's worth of hesitation. And that's only gonna be for those particular beings, the same ones that's trying to stay on top of the world now. The same ones that's trying to stay in control now. Them same ones. It's the same ones that's gonna be sitting there trying to figure out how to exploit the system, how to control the system, how to take advantage of the system. How can we make these people do what we say? The same ones. The same ones. You see? So now let's talk about cryptocurrency. I heard somebody say that why would we trade our money for fake money? Nigga, you already got fake money. What is you talking about? The money that you got now is fake money. So you spending fake money on more fake money. What is you talking about? Ain't nobody got no gold. So what you mean don't trade your money for no fake money? You already got fake money. You see what I'm saying? Like what are you talking about? That don't make no sense to me. You already got fake money. You already having digital dollars. Motherfuckers already sending you money on Cash App. You see what I'm saying? You already got money on PayPal. You already got digital money in your bank account to where you can go on your bank account and look, and you got a digital number on there that say how much money you got in your bank. Is that real? That's fake money too. You see what I'm saying? So when you can't say don't trade your money for no fake money because the money you got now is fake. My guy. The money you got now is fake. You ain't got no gold. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, I feel like people out there, man, they constantly trying to figure out ways to exploit and control the system. You see, these particular beings, they already lost this war. The war is over with, family. That war is over with. You see what I'm saying? The energy that we needed to ascend, to move to the next level was already here. You see? So why not move to some, if we got to go to some type of currency for a little while, why not try something that we ain't never tried before? You see what I'm saying? Why not move to something different? It ain't got to be cryptocurrency. Somebody could come up with a different idea. Somebody could come up with something else, with a better idea than cryptocurrency. You see what I'm saying? My whole thing is I just don't want to move back in the past. I don't want to go back to stuff that we already did that didn't work. You see what I'm saying? I don't want no more bloodshed. I don't want people fighting over gold, fighting over silver, fighting over this and this and that. I don't want that no more. I don't want nobody being able to exploit the damn food system because their land is a little bit fertile than everybody else's. So now since I got the food, you got to do what I say, and I'll feed you. I don't want to move. I don't want an opportunity for that type of environment to exist again. That's all I'm trying to say. You see, we need something different. We need something totally different. You see, if motherfuckers don't like cryptocurrency, fine. Find something else. Let's figure something else out. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me say this one other thing. I heard somebody say that this whole NESARA thing is Ashtar Command. And I looked it up, and I did see that when the first thing that popped up was that picture of Ashtar Command. I was like, oh. But then I looked at it and I realized something. That picture that's on that book, and I got it in my as the thumbnail, that's the same picture that motherfuckers be having in their videos. So who wrote that book? Was it one of y'all? You see what I'm saying? Like, who wrote that book? Was it one of y'all? Because that's the same exact picture that be in the Ashtar Command videos. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. So who wrote that book? Who put that book on the Amazon marketplace like that? How long has that book even been there? You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's just it's funny to me, and you can't really well, I don't know. I never looked for it. Maybe I'd take that picture off and put it in a Google search and see if it pop up. It probably will now that I said something. They'll probably put it on there now that I said something. But That's the same exact picture that be in the videos, man. The same exact picture. So who wrote that book? You know, so I'll reiterate this. Oh, and let me say this before I move on. Somebody said, which this is possible because it's already happened to people. But you can get your cryptocurrency robbed, like especially if you got it on something like Coinbase or, you know what I'm saying, Uphold or one of these apps. Of course, yeah, you can get your shit hacked and stolen. Why? Because your cell phone is connected to a network. Your cell phone is connected to a network. With that being said, all somebody gotta do is hack into your network and they can get to your apps and they can, you know what I'm saying, they can withdraw your shit, and there's other ways they can do it too, to where they can hack you. But check this out. What if we was to develop a dark wallet? That's what I'm gonna call it, a dark wallet. Now, what is a dark wallet? A dark wallet could be some type of device. It could be like a small debit card, like a small credit card, and you can have one for each cryptocurrency that's out there. So there's one for XRP, there's one for Bitcoin, there's one for Dogcoin, whatever the fuck. There's a card for it. You see what I'm saying? And this card is not one of these chip cards to where it got the little chip and shit on there. You see what I'm saying? So where can't nobody take your shit because it's offline, family. You see what I'm saying? It's offline. You can have a device that's not connected to a network. You see what I'm saying? That's not connected to a network at all. You see what I'm saying? So there's no way to really hack it with no Wi-Fi, no frequencies or no signals or anything like that, because it's on an offline, off-network device, a device that's completely offline. You see what I'm saying? Completely offline. It could be a flash drive. You can have a flash drive with a digital projector on there that show you how much cryptocurrency you got in there. And all you got to do is just swipe it or whatever the fuck or whatever. You see what I'm saying? There's ways around the whole hacking shit. Imagine that. Imagine you being your own bank. You walking around with a flash drive that can't nobody get access to. Can't nobody gain access to it. Can't nobody hack it. Can't nobody do none of that shit. Why? Because it's not connected to the network. It's not connected to the network. It's not no Wi-Fi type shit to where you can put it to next one of them scanners and you know what I'm saying? None of that shit. You got a fucking flash drive or some device that maybe look like a small phone that got a digital, not like an iPhone digital screen, but like one of those watches. You see what I'm saying? To where you press the button, it show you how much crypto you got in there. They show you how much XRPs you got, how many XLMs you got, how many Bitcoins you got. You see what I'm saying? How many Dogecoin you got, how much Shiba Inus you got. All these different coins is right there on the device. Could you imagine that, man? Can't nobody tell. Man, you could be a fucking trillionaire and nobody even know it. That's what they don't want. You see what I'm saying? That's what they don't want. Just imagine that you walking around, you your own bank account. I don't need no, because I'm going to tell you what would happen if we went to gold. Eventually, somebody going to come out and be like, all right, look, I'm going to create this storage place, right? And I'm going to tell people that they can take their gold here and they can buy them a slot. You see what I'm saying? They can put their gold in here, boom, and it's safe to where they don't have to worry about protecting it. We'll protect it for them. Nigga, they finna take your shit, boy. You know it's gonna be some naive motherfuckers that's gonna be like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. And they ass gonna go take all they fucking assets to these people and give it to them. And next thing you know, they gonna hit a switch and they gonna tell you, yeah, we can't give you your gold back right now because this and this and this is happening. They gonna hit your ass with the goddamn side note. And you gonna be looking stupid as hell. You can't get your shit back. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they tell you that somebody robbed the bank. Somebody came here and robbed us, and it's them. Next thing you know, they got all the gold on the dark side of the moon. taking that shit back to wherever lands they came from. All because you had all this gold and you kept on. See, just imagine, man, what they'd do is these people are smart, man. I'm going to tell you exactly what they'd do. I'm going to tell you exactly what they'd do. These motherfuckers that start a coalition of niggas, right? A group of niggas, you know what I'm saying? In every fucking state, right? And what they gonna do is they gonna start robbing people left and right. They gonna start robbing people dry. They might even have actors, people that ain't even got robbed. They gonna be getting on the damn, if there's a media system still, they gonna be getting on the damn news or whatever talking about, yeah, they broke into my house, they held us down at gunpoint, they took all our gold, they took everything. It was the scariest moment of my life. I was terrified and I almost died. And now I have no money or no nothing and I'm broke and I can't take care of my family and this and this. They gonna come out and they gonna have hella motherfuckers telling sad ass stories about how they got robbed. You see what I'm saying? Because they had so much gold and they couldn't hide it and they got robbed. Next thing you know, after that shit going for a good 2-3 years, niggas is scared. You see what I'm saying? They scared they gonna get their shit robbed. That's when the motherfucker come out and they gonna act like it's somebody prestigious too. Gonna come out like, all right, y'all, look. We been hearing about people getting robbed and we don't like that shit. You see what I'm saying? So we gonna do something about it. We got a group of people called Asset Protection Group. The APG, we the Asset Protection Group. And we here to defend your assets. We here to protect your family because there's nothing more important than safety and protection. That's exactly what them niggas gonna tell you, boy. They gonna come out with it. They gonna put that shit on a silver plate. They gonna sell that shit so fucking hard, boy, I'm telling you. And they gonna have all the old people that can't defend themselves like that and all the weak people, because you know what they say, the meek will be the ones that's gonna inherit the earth. You see what I'm saying? The meek might be the ones that really can't defend themselves. You see what I'm saying? So if the meek is inheriting the earth, or the weak is inheriting the earth, you think these bandits, these same motherfuckers that don't give a, that take a nigga head off and don't give a fuck about it, you think they not gonna run up in your house and try to take your shit, boy? Come on now. Come on now. Them niggas gonna run in your shit and take everything. You see what I'm saying? They gonna take it all and leave you with nothing. They gonna take your drawers, boy. They gonna take everything. You see what I'm saying? They gonna take everything. So all I'm saying is, come on, man. Motherfuckers gotta stop trying to do that shit. But anyways, yeah, they'll come out and say that shit. Next thing you know, they'll come out with the Asset Protection Group, APG. People will start coming to these people, giving them their gold, giving them their assets. Because why? They scared. They scared they gonna get robbed. They scared they gonna end up in the same position. So I gotta take my stuff out of my house so that way I don't end up getting killed by some crazy fool that's trying to run up in my house and take my gold. Next thing you know, that shit goes on for 20, 30 years, and boom, they just run off with tons and tons of gold. Or they decide that, okay, now that we got all the gold, we can start a government again. Because we got enough gold now to where we can we got these people in our pocket. We got more power than the king now. You see what I'm saying? Because we got all the gold. See what I'm saying? So, like, motherfuckers gotta come to us so we can make the rules because we got the gold. We got the gold. If anything happened at all, if we had to go back to gold, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The king going to have all the gold. The righteous king, the true king, the true heir to the throne. You see what I'm saying? And this king is going to be the one that's going to distribute the gold to his people. You see what I'm saying? So that way we know that no shit like that ever happened. You see what I'm saying? If we had to go back to gold, that's the best way I see it. You see what I'm saying? That's the best way I see it, because the king is very trustworthy. The king is not gonna steal from his people. The king love his people. The king been fighting for years trying to protect his people from these wicked and evil people. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they say. But unfortunately, it don't work that way, because people are people need somebody to listen to. People have to have somebody to listen to. Like I said, the best way to solve this whole entire problem is figure out a way to live without money. That's the best way to solve this whole entire ordeal. To kill this whole entire problem. It ain't gonna happen right away, but we can start slowly winging the generations off of that shit. We can slowly start winging generation after generation after generation, because money is the main thing that's keeping us trapped, whether you want to believe it or not. It don't matter what kind of money you're talking about, whether it's gold, silver, copper, food, water. These motherfuckers just take the air if they could. You see what I'm saying? Imagine, like, come on, man. If we can figure out a way to exist with no money, with just people living off the land like how it was supposed to be, just doing what they have to do to survive, taking care of each other, helping each other out, working in groups, working in teams, planting food for whole communities. You see what I'm saying? Doing things of this nature. If we can do that, matter of fact, fuck all that, because a motherfucker can take that shit over with too. Niggas just gonna have to learn how to do for themselves. Niggas just gonna have to learn how to do for themselves. You and your family be a team. You and your family be a team. Y'all work together. Y'all build y'all own houses. Y'all plant y'all own food. Y'all hunt for y'all own food. Y'all figure out how to make your own clothing. You figure out how to do these things. That's how it was back in the day. That's the reason why you had different tribes that had different cultures, because they was different. They started off with small ass families that figured out how to do it, and then they passed it down to generation, and they family grew. Now they got 100 people in their tribe. Everybody know what they do. It's programmed inside their mind. It's programmed. That's what needs to happen. Fuck all this gold shit. Fuck all this money shit. You see what I'm saying? That shit is dead, man. That shit is dead. That shit is dead and over with. Motherfuckers need to move past that, away from that, far away from it. You see what I'm saying? Because either way it goes, like I said earlier, either way it goes, no matter how the cookie crumbles, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's gold, silver, bronze, it does not matter. Eventually, somebody's gonna figure out how to exploit that system. See what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna figure out how to exploit that system. Now we can say this. Yeah, we'll move to gold. But if I see a single motherfucker trying to play the game, I'ma come and shut their ass down immediately. Motherfuckers gonna get executed, gonna get their head cut off immediately. We find out that this group of people stealing gold from people, stealing from people and shit like that, go and deal with their ass immediately. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't come showing me no paperwork saying you got the right to do it, because I ain't gonna even buy it. I don't give a fuck if it makes sense. What you saying? What you trying to argue? I don't even care if it makes sense. You think it's okay to steal from people? To put yourself on top? You think that's okay? Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, man, the way I see it, the way my mind works, is I see people trying to throw us back to like the Bronze Age, or like the fucking ages when we was in caves and shit. I see people trying to throw us back to the medieval times. You see, instead of moving forward, like we got all this technology, and we can't figure out a way to exist without a monetary system. Come on, man. Come on, man. You niggas figured out how to rob motherfuckers. You can't figure out how to not use money. You figured out how to fucking control a whole race of motherfucking people, but you can't figure out how to create a system to where we can live with no money. You see what I'm saying? You figured all this shit out, but you can't figure out how to create a system to where we don't need money. That's crazy to me, man. All it seems like, the way I see it is, I think these people know they lost. And they just trying to set themselves up for the next round. Ain't gonna be no next round, man. Ain't gonna be no next round. It ain't gonna be no next time. It ain't gonna be none of that. There ain't gonna be no, we'll get them next time, guys. It ain't gonna be no, we gotta come a different way next. No, 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 no. It's over with. It's over with. At the end of the day, I just want to figure out a way to make it to where, you know, we'll never have these problems that we suffered ever again. Ever again. Everybody always fighting over money and power. So all I got to say is there's another way and we need to go that route. But anyways, I hope this shit, and mind you, I wasn't taking no shots at nobody. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't taking no shots at nobody. You noticed how I gave pros and cons on both sides. On both sides of the coin. You see, my whole thing is, I just feel like if we continue with this same shit, we're going to end up in the same place all over again. And I feel like the only way to avoid that is to wean the generations off of money. To wean the generations off the mindset that I need money to have power. That I need money to, you know what I'm saying, to live, to get the things that I need, to take care of my family. We got to wean ourselves off of that. I hope this makes sense. Chief, I'm out.